All right, detail time. I went back and I touched up my wheels a little bit, just to try and make them a little bit rounder. And of course, glazing and stuff will help with that as well. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to start adding the detail, so the lines. So I'm going to notice that this line starts back here going around. So I'm going to start here, and I'm looking at the picture that where the car is facing the correct direction. So I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to come down. And I'm supporting the car with my other hand to make sure that my tires are not getting squished. So I'm just kind of using the tool. And you could use any tool you want. I'm just choosing to do this one. This is then kind of coming over here, going across and connecting. I have a line coming down here. I have another line coming from the top here down here. I have kind of this back window. Now, I liked this tool for the tire, but I'm beginning to wonder if maybe this pin tool might be a little bit better, might be a little bit more delicate and won't have as much of this extra clay that is kind of coming up because I'm digging in a little too hard. So let's try this. Let's see. So here's the front. So you may like the pin tool a little bit better. And I have like a little, there's my handle, which I'm going to add a three-dimensional handle there in a little bit. I have, it looks like I have like a little something here, a little emblem of something on the car. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go and I'm going to do the other side. So now I'm looking at this side and I'm basically doing the same thing only in reverse. So I'm starting here. I'm coming across, showing kind of that this is coming down here. Got something coming back here. There's my back window. My front window. Now I have some little, here's my handle. I have some rear view mirrors here, but again, I'm going to attach those at the end. So I'm kind of liking this tool better than this. I feel like this is getting a little bit more delicate and isn't looking as chunky or clumpy. So anyway, so I've got that down. Now there are some lines. This is kind of like the running board. So there are some lines in there, so maybe I'll toss some lines there, and maybe I'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, now I'm going to turn my car forward and let's see what I have. Let's take a look at my forward picture here. So I have something that goes across here, and this is rounded. So I want to try and show the roundness of the top coming down. I'm also seeing something that comes something like this, that comes over and straight down to the hood. The more detail you add, the better it's going to be. I'm still seeing this line continue, coming down and around from the side. I have an area here where I have headlights, and I'm going to add some clay here. And I have to look at this closely. It looks like I have two little something on the top here, so I might have to add that later. Now what I want you to notice is I have this bar here, right? I may not make this bar out of clay, but what I might do is I actually might get some wire, and I might create this out of wire. So before I dry this out to be fired, I will probably take, in fact I might just do it now, find a pencil. Oh, let's find a sharp pencil. You want a sharp pencil. Oh, of course I can't find a sharp pencil. Well, I guess this one's gonna have to do. So I'm gonna find something kind of wide, and I'm gonna kind of go in the side here, and I'm gonna put a hole here, and I'm going to put a hole over here. Now the reason I'm putting a hole on these two sides is because when I'm done building that grill out of wire, I'm going to be able to glue that in, and that'll be hot glue gunned in, or Elmer's glue, or I'll have to figure that out when I get there. So I have pretty much the front kind of done as far as being drawn out. Now would be the time where if I wanted to go in and I wanted to add, I've got these like little pieces here that are on top. I'm going to always score and slip. I know it's tedious, I know it's a pain, but if you don't, stuff's going to start falling off. So there's that. I'm going to do another one over here. And again, the trick is getting them the same size. That's the hardest part. It's trying to get them the same size. So I've got these guys here. And see, that one's too big. And I added clay thinking I needed more. I'm going to go back, rescore this bottom. You'll notice it's a little bit muddier, and that's okay, because you want it to kind of stick. There, that's better. Now, when I look at these, I'm noticing that they're kind of angled with a flat top. So I might go back and I might kind of just use my tool to kind of create what they're supposed to look like. A flat top, kind of rounded. So I'm kind of pressing in to kind of make them look round, and pressing the top to get them to look flat. So you're going to continue all the way around your piece. Notice I kind of messed this part up, so I'm just going to go back and I'm just going to recreate that line. There we go. It just takes patience and time. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to add any details that you want to add, and then I'm going to have to go back and I'm going to have to do the back part of this. So now you're going to go in and you're going to start adding your details. Once you're done, you are going to want to When you're all done, ready for things to dry out, you're going to want to turn this over, and you are going to want to put your name on the bottom. So I'm going to put Mrs. D right there. I'm going to put Mrs. D, and I'm going to put 2020 because that's when I've made it, 2020. Okay, so you could also, if you don't want this license plate, this is another idea. The license plate, if I believe, for the little beetles usually goes right underneath this area right here, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. But there's definitely a license plate there. So if you wanted to, I could create this grill and then get a piece of paper and like literally type up a little license plate, put it on cardboard or whatever, make a cardboard license plate and write in Mrs. D and then put a number or whatever, make it a personalized license plate. So again, something else that you can do. So I'm going to keep working on this. I'm going to try and finish it up, and then you'll get a chance to see it in class completed. So have fun, take your time, and really be patient. That's my best advice.